Happy New Year! So, is it time to set goals, New Year's resolutions? Is it time to go gung-ho? Yes, New Year! Yay! Nay! Well, welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Vanessa McLennan and I help people with their binge eating, overeating, and to help them have a life free from food stress. So I thought to talk about today some alternative goals, because you know sometimes setting goals when you have binge eating disorder is not that good, and I shall explain fully why. So if you like what you see on this channel, please though click on the subscribe button and click on the bell. There seems to be a big thing with setting goals, you know, in our society, and in many instances setting goals, you know, is a brilliant thing. You know, it keeps us motivated, keeps us something to go for. You know, we're working towards something all the time. And when that is with a skill and it's tangible, measurable, then that is fantastic. However, I would say with binge eating, you know, stay away from what is known as SMART goals. So they are the specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-based ones. Because what we're dealing with is with binge eating is, you know, your eating is based on your emotions. It's also based on your experiences in life and your upbringing in life and your childhood, and also, you know, just all the associations that your brain has made. So when you're trying to set goals for binge eating that are SMART based, that's just not going to work, because you know our emotions are not a skill, eating is not a skill, and they are not tangible, and it is not measurable. You know, our emotions change from day to day, and if you binge eat, you will know that you have good weeks, bad weeks, good days, bad days. So trying to set sort of tasks for it to remain consistent when underneath that, you know, there's like the volcano, you know, is there underneath it, that is really, really challenging, and in fact can be really detrimental, because then it's, you know, nearly, yes, of course you're not going to be able to hit those goals all the time. Then you end up, you know, beating yourself up about it. Then it like ends up going in a bit of a downward spiral because you feel rubbish about yourself, and it's just then not leading to good places. So I have got some alternative goals. These are on purpose, you know, very ambiguous, because they are, you know, things that you can think about, work towards, aim towards, but they are not, yes, I have to do that, no, I don't have to do that. They're just for you goals, should I say. Kindness each day. How can we be kinder to ourselves? I think, you know, when we are suffering from binge eating, we, you know, take it very negatively on ourselves. It's all our fault. You know, we're very like harsh with ourselves. Oh God, we shouldn't have eaten that. Oh, we should have eaten that instead. Oh God, what is wrong with me? That just like feels horrible. Imagine, you know, if a best friend was saying that to us, they wouldn't be friends with us anymore. So we need to be kind to ourselves, because, you know, how nice is it when someone is kind, when someone just shows that tiny act of kindness to us? It feels really good, doesn't it? And when someone says something that is really lovely, or even they are just kind in listening to us, they're being empathetic with us, understanding with us, it really feels like someone is on our side, someone, you know, has our backs. And when we've got our own backs, we're on our own side, this is what can help us motivate us forward, help us feel better within ourselves, and just really helps us heal that, you know, whatever emotion is missing from us within, it helps us heal that. So what can we do with, you know, acts of kindness or kind words every single day? I think this is really challenging, especially if we've not experienced it when we were younger, because we don't have anything to go off. So it's just thinking then, well, what would I like to hear? What, you know, would I like to do for myself? You know, what do I really want? You know, what can you allow yourself that just feels good, that maybe just allows you to relax, takes the, you know, heat off a little bit? What kind of words? And some of the words might be simply that, you know, I'm okay today, I'm okay, or, you know, I'm okay, and, you know, love myself completely as I am. Accepting ourselves as we are, how we are today, is a huge act of kindness for us. Get support. So it could be your goal to find somebody and people to support you. I think going through this on our own is just really, really, really challenging, because, a lot of the time, we have nobody else to identify with. We think that these issues are all our fault. There's something wrong with us. Why can't we heal it ourselves? Is that another form of weakness within me that I can't sort it out myself? And it's just taking our, negativity down, and then it's very hard to pick ourselves back up from it. It's also really difficult to see our behaviours objectively, and also when we are in them, there are so many causes that it's very hard to heal it ourselves. So having a support network, I think, it's just invaluable. It's being able to hear and listen to other people's experiences that may resonate then with your own. It's being able to understand other people, what they're going through, so you're a support for them, but also then likewise you've got other people who are a support for you. It's also, maybe finding a therapist, a right therapist for you, someone that you can start talking to, really offloading some of all of this, and knowing that, okay, there is proper help out there for me, as well as sort of therapy. It's getting nutritional help maybe. There are so many people out there. It's like, just finding the right people for you, and it really feels like you are not on this path alone. You have got people on it with you, and there are lots of people to support you, to help you through this. Enjoyment. I think on this journey, one thing that I clearly see from my clients is lack of enjoyment in their lives. It feels so heavy and so focused and so pressured with eating what you can eat and what you can't eat, that the sense of enjoyment, or what is enjoyment, is just either alien or just that went out the window a long time ago. And it's how can we bring levels of enjoyment back into our lives? Because once we start feeling that enjoyment and enjoying our lives, the eating starts to help, itself, or it doesn't become such a huge thing. There's also another thing, is that when we start to experience joy, feel the joy, we're training our bodies and our minds that, this is what it feels like, and it's safe and okay for me to feel this. Nothing bad happens, actually, only good things happen. How can I get more of it? So it's, how can you get more enjoyment in your life? What do you like doing? What really gives you joy? What hobbies do you like? And if you're really struggling, it's just what simple little daily things in life might give you pleasure. And it could be, looking at the sunset, walking out in nature, just, being out in open spaces, being out in the water. It's like, what does it for you? And just how can you bring more of it into your life? Journaling. So journaling, I think, what's the point of that? So it's not just about, today I went to the shops. It's about, writing down your deepest, darkest worries, your deepest, darkest fears, what you don't want anybody else to know about. And it's also really keeping track of your eating habits, what you ate, what you didn't eat, a bit like journaling that way. The whole purpose of it is that you are, getting out of you from what's up here onto paper. It's helping you process and make sense of all of your thoughts that could be really jumbled up inside. It's helping you see your patterns of eating out on paper, not for you to go, oh my God, that's awful, I don't want to look at it, because that can easily happen. It's looking at it to become curious with it, to go, I see a pattern going on here, okay, that's really interesting, what's going on for me? So it helps you, then really decipher and work out and process what is going on. So it just stops it being so heavy, and you're able to start articulating, your feelings. You're working through your managing your emotions that better. Connecting with your emotions. A lot of us, I think, are so disconnected from our own emotions, and I think with binge eating, there is that disconnect with our emotions because we are binge eating on autopilot. A lot of us, we can't stop. We don't know. It's not as easy as just connecting. I'm feeling full. There's that disconnect there because a lot of the time hunger has nothing to do with it, and the feelings that we go to for binge eating is either suppressing emotions, or it's having a reaction to some emotions, and that binge eating is stopping us from feeling those emotions. And if we were to feel those emotions, would we be overwhelmed? What would happen? There's that fear there. So when we can start actually getting more into our body, feeling our bodies, feeling the emotions that's going around in our bodies, how our emotions link to our thoughts, the more that we start to build that relationship with ourselves, get to know ourselves better, and that helps us to again start processing it even better, so that we stop turning to food. So this year, how can you do a lot more mind, body, emotion exercises like yoga, Pilates, and yoga breathing, meditation, for instance. So let me know, what is your goal for yourself this year?